What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Seth, and we're back again for another Trove patch notes. I accidentally moved my mouse. It totally wasn't on purpose. Hello, everybody, fine, beautiful people. I am the Creepy Santa. So, for the patch notes video today, ladies and gentlemen, I do have a couple things to actually point out prior. This is going to be the first patch notes video where we are actually not going to be giving anything away, because I actually have something very special planned for some of the other episodes that are coming, so keep an eye out for them in the main Trove series. But as for right now, let us get right to the patch notes. This patch in general is kind of like one of the things that I've noticed, and a lot of people have this, some people don't. In Glyph, when you open it, normally you could click view patch notes. Apparently that's not there anymore, so now you have to manually navigate to their website. It's very, very annoying.
I am the evil Sphinx, and I ask humbly of you mortals to smack that like button.
Oh! By the way, of course, as you can notice right here, we are actually full on members in Team Pixel 2, although it's going to take a couple episodes within the actual Trove series before that actually shows up. So anyways, without further ado, inventory expansion. You can now add up to 105 extra inventory slots to both your adventure and build inventories at the same time. Open your inventory and look at the bottom. Click on this little plus thing, and this will unlock a row for both of your inventories. So it's actually shared. I guess they're trying their hardest to actually get that point across. We'll explain what these inventory expanders are in a bit. Open your inventory, look at the bottom, yeah. Once all rows in a given bag are unlocked, so say bag number 1 right here, there's 50 per bag, so we can actually unlock one row right here, and then the second inventory would be open, so we would click this, and then we could go to it. Yeah, you can click the next bag. You can also find tradable inventory unlockers in the store now, in the goods section. Where are these bad boys? They are right here, and they are extremely expensive, but we'll get into that in a minute. Sale for the first week. Unlocking inventory is half price. This only applies to unlocks performed through the inventory UI itself, and not getting these little tradable thingamabobs within the actual goods store. Now, here's the thing. I did some calculating. It costs roughly $30 to $40 to max out your inventory, which already you could get 4 copies of Terraria for the same price. So seriously, it's not worth it, especially for inventory, you know, like really. And in this game, it's not like inventory management is that much of a problem for adventuring's sake, as much as it is in your build menu, because you have so many different blocks. Now, anyways, the only point that I'm trying to get to is this is 50% off, meaning that it's going to end up costing $60 to $80 after the initial week, which is just ridiculous. I don't know what that is about. Whatever, who cares? They can do whatever they want. Starter pack upgrade. Now in the starter pack, 2 inventory expander items have been added to the starter pack. That is why we ended up getting these retroactively, so we will use one right now. We get a row right here, and we don't have the second inventory slot open, but as soon as we do this, bloop. And honestly, now that's probably all the inventory we're ever going to need. I may personally have to just get a little bit more, because I do definitely need some more space. But for the average player, I would not recommend it. Like, it is even more of a ripoff than the costumes. Like, seriously, man. So anyway, players who previously purchased the starter pack now retroactively get those 2 items, so that's very cool. Combat numbers. Ever wondered how awesome that new weapon you just picked up was? No, because this game's not complicated like that. But now you can go into your settings, miscellaneous, and show combat numbers. This is absolutely useless. I know some people are very stoked about this, but I think generally these are new players, because a lot of new people don't seem to realize that this game is not complicated, and it honestly does not require it doesn't require that kind of complex calculations. Like, we're not talking about Diablo 3 where you need to calculate one piece of gear compared to another, because in this game you can get away with, if you have radiant gear, you just beat the game and that's that. But hey, whatever. Myself personally, I'm not going to use it. I have nothing against it, don't get me wrong. but I'm not going to use it because I personally don't want to have things cluttering up the screen. I mean, you can already see at the top of our screen, I have a mod that turns off the radar. I also have another mod. Oh, 7,000 damage. Oh, well. Well, I guess it's pretty cool. It's not that it's that bad, but personally, it just kind of clutters the screen for me. So I don't really care. That's okay. So what else do we got? General, the player summoned objects and minions now show an outline when they are on the other side of a wall. Normally they didn't, so that's very, very handy. Players now correctly get magic find bonus from their minions that kill enemies, because normally it didn't actually happen. Hello guys, what's going on? Unfriendly Lions here as well. I'm going back into the error place. New in the store, the Chaos Chests have been randomized. Get lucky, and you might get your hands on a Cygnus 01 speed cycle. They love their motorcycles, man. They already have 3, now they have 4. It's ridiculous. But I'm saving up my Chaos Chest for another 100 Chaos Chest opening video. So that means that I missed all those Domo cats and stuff that everybody got from the Chaos Chest. But hopefully we'll end up getting a couple of those cycles for a giveaway or something. UI and settings. Your patron status can now be viewed at the top of your character sheet, which is right here. I do not see it anywhere at all. Maybe it's right up here. I honestly don't know. We don't have patron anymore because it keeps running out because the servers keep coming down. I'm just gonna say, I have to. Tooltips now properly update when right-clicking an item to equip it from your inventory. Cool. I don't know what that means. Fixed a bug where the mouse wasn't recaptured if you activated the chat while holding Alt. We never ran into that because I never hold Alt for using the mouse. In the settings menu, reverting from full screen to full screen windowed mode and back to windowed mode will correctly restore the original window size and position rather than like changing its shape and moving it around and stuff. Bug fixes and polished Trove will no longer hide behind start bars or off screen where you can't grab it. Never ran into that myself, but that's a good thing. The Trove window now has a minimum size. Oh, Trove minimum size, so you can only shrink the window to a certain size rather than, I guess, just making it shorter, smaller and smaller. You can no longer make Steam wallet purchases when running Steam in offline mode. I never run it on Steam because I generally find that it is a buggier version than the one that you actually play through Glyph, through their main website. The Fireside Pember Pup should now be visible and working. That was, I don't know if that's a mount or something, or ally, or maybe it's a weapon or something. I noticed that there was quite a few weapons and stuff like that that weren't actually showing up for a lot of people, so I wonder if that's what it is. The Red Flag and Skull Flag Treasure Island recipes no longer float above the walls onto which you place them. The flames on the blue, red, and yellow Neon City lanterns are no longer floating in the wrong place. Fixed a bug when aiming at spikes would cause wild projectile shots. So I guess you would shoot at spikes and it would just pew, 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 shoot all over. I don't know, we never really ran into that. Fixed a bug where using an ability while dancing makes you appear to use that ability while dancing to other players. But now it will do the same thing for you. So what I think that means, let me just double check that this biome zone restrict nobody. Okay, it's set to nobody. If this is what I think it is, it means we can sit down. Yeah, so we can sit down, stay sitting down, and aim and throw bombs and stuff like that. I actually saw somebody end up doing that once, and I thought, man, that is so cool, and it's awesome that they actually bothered to add that to a core part of the game. So that is really neat, because that also works with your abilities and stuff too. So I think if we dance, use our ability, yeah, and then he's gonna keep dancing again. So that's awesome, man. Lobber traps no longer damage NPCs. Some light-stepping cats have gotten paw prints. Fixed a bug where Homeworld Heart Tooltip didn't show the mastery level requirement when you were below level. So what that means is this right here. You have to be mastery level 10 as far as I remember. It doesn't really explain anywhere, and I can't see it right now, but you gotta be mastery level 10 so that you can actually give a prop to a club, and what that does is makes that club show up in the hub world depending on the amount of props that it has. Like Team Pixel main gets shown up in the hub world quite often. Fixed a bug worthy, nope, never mind. Community creations, new bow styles by a bunch of people, new pistols, new staves, and new decoration blocks. that means that there's probably a bunch of new recipes I need to go and get. That's really, really cool. I'm surprised that they don't say that new spears are being added, because I know that new class is coming soon. But anyway, that's it for this week's episode for the patch notes, ladies and gentlemen. So in the actual main Trove series, you're probably going to notice that a couple of them have been recorded before this patch actually hit. That's because I got some very special things that are planned, and I hope that you're all very excited for it as much as I am. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smack that like button, share, favorite, and subscribe to join Team Pixel. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.
Believe in yourself.